Good morning. This video is going to show you the steps to complete the worksheet for Tuesday's lesson. You can find the worksheet on Canvas. It's called Discovering the Formulas for Circumference and Area of a Circle. This activity requires that you have a compass, which I know many of you may not have at home. So the way that we'll get around that is to grab a shoelace, take one out of your shoes, or you can get a piece of dental floss, because you need to be able to make a circle. You want to start by marking the center of your circle, and if you're doing this with a shoelace, you'll wrap the shoelace around the pencil, hold it pretty tight, and then hold your finger on the center of the circle and then draw. You want to make sure that the radius is consistent all the way around. I'm going to use this compass that I have, and I'm going to make my first circle have a circumference of 5 centimeters, or sorry, a radius of 5 centimeters. We want our measurements to be in centimeters so that we can get more accurate calculations. Right, so there's my circle. And then what I'm going to do for the first activity is take the shoelace and measure the circumference, which is the distance around the circle. I'll start here at the mark that I made and try to get as accurate of a measuring as I can. This is a way that I can figure out the distance around the outside of the circle. And then I'll take a ruler and I'll measure in centimeters how long this shoelace is, and it looks like it's about 34 centimeters. So the circumference was about 34 centimeters. The calculation that we're going to be doing is taking the circumference and dividing it by the diameter. The diameter for this circle is going to be 10 centimeters. So for my calculation, I'll have 34 centimeters divided by 10 centimeters, which is about, or it is exactly 3.4. What we're trying to do is get an estimate for the number pi, and we know that pi is about 3.14, so this estimate is kind of close, but not really. It's off by quite a bit. You're going to do this activity 3 times. You want each of the circles to be have a different radius, to see if maybe a smaller circle is more accurate or a larger circle is more accurate. In this particular case, what we're using is the fact that the formula for the circumference of a circle, oops, lost my eraser. Is pi times the diameter. Writing that in math symbols, I have c is equal to pi times d. And if I divide both sides by d, this is the ratio that we were just looking at on the other side. And so this should be giving us an estimate that's close to pi. So again, you'll do that activity 3 times for 3 different circles, looking at the circumference. The next activity is to look at the area. I'll redraw the circle that I just had, the exact same size. So again, my radius for this circle is 5 centimeters. And this time I'm going to calculate the area. So I'm going to draw a line going all the way across and then also up and down. And I'm going to make the squares each 1 centimeter apart. I want to have squares that are 1 square centimeter. And then I'll mark this way as well. And then I'm going to draw a grid on top of this so I can literally